got the card. You're all in on this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you guys pouring beer tomorrow?
We didn't get in time to get a part of the beer, but we're doing the bottle share tonight.
Oh, for sure.
So
this bottle, I think this bottle share is going to get us wild. Because I brought a suitcase full of beer. There's some woman out there saying from Brew by the cooler. And she drove up with a cooler. Because when I met you, you were still, you hadn't formed the brewery yet. I know, you were just still brewing.
Talking about it, man. Just like, we brew beer, yeah,
that's exciting, guys. I'm excited to go. Let's go. This is nuts. We were talking about this too. That's like so this is all and that's right. Yeah, so clear.
Dude, you don't understand. Like this was supposed to happen. This is wild. And
we talked. We saw it. You were busy. How was that, man?
Let's go. I'm keeping the loop.
Oh, for sure.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see you guys.
So we just finished that up, taking a break before we head over to the second panel. Man, that was outrageous. That was crazy informative. A lot of good information. That support level is just really unheard of, and us coming together to hopefully collaborate and do something a lot larger than just us as individuals is really going to be amazing. Just taking a break, and then we'll be back at it. All right, so here at Fresh Fest, debuted Our Culture Brewing Company. So it's up for launch actually this morning around 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning. So right now our social media is live. We are live on all social. Our website is live. We are here wearing and representing our company with our shirts, which you can see here. We're getting an immense amount of positive feedback concerning our logo, the color rendition. Our shirts were done and customized through Atlanta Custom. That was through Pat and Jim Weatherly. They did an amazing job on coming through for us in regards to level of customer service, the level of effort they put into designing it and printing out our shirts, the quality of material of shirts that we're utilizing, and the way that it fits to our bodies. It feels light, loose, but at the same time comfortable. So we greatly appreciate their assistance in this matter. Really glad to be here. The response, the receptiveness of other people has been great. It's just been really positive. I'm looking to build on that and get ready for the second panel and also the later on bottle share.
Well, right now I think we want to start under like a 3-barrel.
How much, time and labor do I have?
Right.
Because when we started, I was working a full-time job and doing it.
Right.
So
That's what it's going to be like
rough.
for us.
So you have the man hours collectively to brew often, and part of size though too goes into how much there is to do.
That is awesome though.
You get there,
Right.
You grow. I mean, he said day one we're going to do this to the day the doors open was probably about 4.5, 5 years. So we spent a lot of time getting it together, research all kinds of equipment, and ways of doing things, and methods of doing things. As long as you got a tap room in an area that either has good traffic or you can get good traffic to it, the margins are great.
Right, because it's direct to consumer.
Direct to consumer. Your raw materials don't cost that much.
Right.
Point in time, Jared, where you just like, okay, full-time job, it's got to go.
So it was 5 months. Did both.
Okay.
My plan was to do this for 2 years.
Right.
And it just got to the point where I realized that me not being there full time was costing me money. And so that's where I was walking in the cooler looking at the kegs. I'm like, it's looking well.
Union's been around to celebrate our 7th anniversary. I founded it with 2 other partners, my best friend from college and a third friend. So the 3 of us started this brewery. I'm also the Brewers Association Board of Directors, and I'm the chairman of the Brewers Association Diversity Committee. There's a sexist issue in beer, and they brought that to the forefront, but I think it wasn't thought about other people.
My name is Ray, Springfield, Massachusetts, up north, New England States, founder and president of White Lion Brewing. I started about 4 years ago. We've grown pretty rapidly over the the past 4 years. We have a number of beers out there, a strong portfolio of about 18 beers. Self-distribute statewide. We went from the contract brewing model to full production.
My name is Michael James Martin Ferguson. They call me Mufasa. Before that, they called me Brother Brew. I am the brewer that was formerly known as the other black brewer. When I started, he's been in the industry 20 years. I remember when he was a tadpole. I was in the brewing industry for 10 years, but he started. And so I was back there in the pioneer days, more or less, and there was Garrett Oliver, East Coast, Michael Ferguson, West Coast, right? My own company called Brewer Effects. It is a consulting firm that will consult on everything that has to do with beer, including production, voiceover, and anything that you need, education, etc. And I'm very pleased to be up here. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I mean, this is Celeste. My God, this is a distinguished panel. If you don't listen to us, you are doomed to failure.
Hi, my name is Celeste Beatty. I am the founder of Harlem Brewing Company and co-founder of Harlem Brewing Company. But we also have a taproom space that we work with Marion. I'm very excited about the collaboration. I'm very excited about being in that space and working with local people, teaching them how to brew, everything from kegging to, recipes, the whole 9 yards. So I'm particularly focused on that project and doing more projects like that in communities where people are, quite frankly, afraid to go to. What we represent here today is really an opportunity to really open up the doors for diversity, but specifically in our community for people that really have a yearning to learn about what craft beer is. This past weekend, we had so many people come up to us at the National Black Theater Festival asking for IPAs. And I'm like looking at them and their brown faces, and I'm like, you want an IPA? So we have an interest in this. We're really excited about learning about beers, visiting breweries, and learning about Black brew culture and what we have to offer here today.
First of all, you told that you said, hey, I'm thinking about opening a brewery, number one. And then talk about your journey since that moment.
So, probably my wife. Probably my wife would be the first person. We, let's hope so. Yes, yeah. I told my wife first and then my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's gonna rappel down from the ceiling in 1 second and stop. I started homebrewing when I was in college. I worked at a liquor store and the guy sold homebrew kits and nobody bought them. And so one day he was like, you can take one of these home if you want. And I made a porter. That was the first beer I ever made. People liked it. Nobody got sick. People like that. So I was an English major in college, and I got out of school. My parents were like, hey, you're out of college now, so we don't pay for anything anymore. Get a job. And so I took a job as an assistant brewer at a brew pub in Washington, D.C. I think at the time I made $9 an hour, and he gave me like 25 hours a week. And I couldn't pay my bills. My parents were like, haha, you're out of college, want to help me? So I got to see all these different brewers come in and all these different brewing techniques. And I made sure that when somebody came in, I sat there and listened to what they had to say. And listened to how the brewmaster there, Daniel Mazel up to the time, talked to these brewers and what they talked about. And it really got me, they'd come in and be excited and like, see, oh, they do this and they think this way about beer. So it was such a great learning experience. So fast forward to me opening my own brewery, I worked at Gordon Beers for 5 years, which was a great job, they paid well, but I was sick of just at the time, you don't want to be a German.
You couldn't get funky with it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love lagers, but it was also kind of handcuffy. Now they can dip their balls in the beer and do whatever they want. But so I was like, I need to do something. My buddy,
Is that the bottle share tonight,
my buddy Adam at the time, I was living in Illinois, we're in Gordon Beers, we'd send beers, he'd send me beers, he'd get Marion beers like in Illinois. He's like, let's move back and open a brewery. We talked about it for years. He's like, I think we can do it now. So in 2010, I moved back, we met our third partner, John. We wrote a business plan and we raised money and started using it.
You said raising money like it was like nothing.
It was, I'm
raising money.
going to be honest, it was really kind of like nothing because Adam had worked for this venture capital firm that was owned by the guys.
Well, you're friends. That call, that person you haven't talked to in years, check on.
Yeah, so we were close. We lived together. He was first day of college. I threw up in front of his door. We became fast friends after that. But he had worked for this place that was owned by the owner of the San Diego Padres, so he knew people. You know, so we started this brewery, and I was like, man, how are we gonna raise this money? He's like, dude, it's only 800,000. Don't worry about this. I was like, really? So we got money really fast. He had 4 or 5 people that were like, what do you need, 150,000? There you go. And then the rest, we said $10,000 minimum shares. And so we went to a lot of our friends from college, our parents, and raised the rest of the money. So once we had the money to get a space, we rented a space, and then we had people there, and I brought a bunch of beer that I brewed so that people could see it was legit. We really knew what we were doing, and that got us over the hump. So we, in our business plan, said $800,000, we'll have $125,000 to do everything else we need once we build the brewery. Fast forward to building the brewery, we'd spent all $800,000. So then we had to get a loan from the bank. I have a good friend of mine, John, and I had met 2 or 3 years earlier. So we go to the bank, and the bank goes, hey, all you guys look good, but Kevin's credits are up. And so, I think every stereotype at that time. And so I had to write this really humbling letter to the bank explaining why my credit was messed up. And so their credit, fortunately, was probably over 800. It was spectacular. So we were able to get the loan. So we bought these really crappy Chinese steaks and got them shipped in. And then we started brewing Baltimore. People really believed in what we were doing. Fast forward about 5 years, we were able to buy a new building in Baltimore. We bought a 140,000 square foot building. Yeah. Just we built this new space in the city called the Union Collective, which is our brewery. We're the anchor tenant with the Macy's there, so we have about 50,000 square feet. We have a whiskey distillery there now, an ice cream factory, a coffee roastery, a rock climbing gym, and coming in the fall, a winery.
A lot of Baltimore we don't know about. This is really dope.
Yeah. So if you're in Baltimore, please come check us out.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Congratulations.
So the city of Springfield is the 3rd largest city in Massachusetts. And over the past 5 to 10 years, obviously the craft beer conversation has started to expand and explode. But for being the 3rd largest city, there was no craft beer conversation whatsoever taking place. So I was sharing with a couple folks on the panel that I had an opportunity to sit on the Liquor License Commission in our city. And one of the rules and responsibilities that I had was to go out and visit these bars and restaurants in this volunteer capacity. And it was a growing conversation around, well, we don't have anything local. Like, we got people come from outside in. Springfield's known for the Basketball Hall of Fame. So people come from the outside in and they're asking, what's the local craft beer? What's the local? And they always got to point to 2 towns over, another region over, et cetera, et cetera. I truly appreciated the creativity and the workmanship that went into it. I mean, you can brew anything relative when it comes to beer. That's different from wine and other things, but beer, you can put anything in wine. Not nuts or balls, but So anyway, that's really how the conversation started. So it's just started to frame it out, met with a couple local brewers that had good reputations, and it only took one meeting really. And brought my man on board, gave a little piece of the company, so we had a little stake in it. And so that was 4 years ago. And like I said, we've been able to take our business model, which started from a contract brewing perspective, right? Didn't have the ability to raise those funds out the gate. So we built the brand and the story first. And we pride ourselves on the brand and the story and the level of engagement in the community, because they couldn't come to us. We had to take the brand, the story, and the product to them. So we had, or continue to have, a lot of outdoor programming where folks can experience what we're trying to bring to them.